Okay, so it's 38 degrees out here and what feels like 90% humidity. That's 38 degrees is what, like 800,000 fairy lights or something if you're in America. And I'm going out for a walk. Why, you might ask? Well, I'll tell you why. Well, for the last 2 days I've been stuck indoors trying out wireless gaming mice for my next video. But while doing that, I came across a leaked advertisement for Sony's new truly wireless earbuds. And this is something we should talk about because this has been 2 years in the making. Sony, you and I both know that there's some serious redemption to be had here. So it all started 2 years ago when Sony came out with its WF-1000 XM3s, right? Their previous wireless earbuds. Quite nice looking devices, nice case, nice fit and finish. I was expecting a lot from this device, but right around the same time, Apple came out with its AirPods Pro, and even though the AirPods Pro were a little bit more expensive, one couldn't help but actually compare the two. So I bought a pair. I bought a pair of each actually, and the Sony 1000 XM3, let's just say, fell a little short in some aspects. So we'll talk about that. Right off the bat, the earbuds and the case both were quite large, not pocket friendly at all, and they did protrude out of the ears quite a bit. In contrast, the AirPod Pros, both the case and the earpods were small, compact and pretty easy to use. Now this did mean that the Sony had a better battery life, which was great, about 6 hours if I'm not mistaken, and more so with the charging case. The first gripe, however, comes when you start using the Sonys for calls. Call quality was, how do I put this, pretty abysmal, because every time I'd make a call, the person at the other end would say that either my voice was distant or muffled, or a lot of ambient sound which should have been filtered out was creeping into the phone call. This was pretty disappointing given the AirPod Pros did a fantastic job of the same thing. And when it came to music, the Sony actually was pretty good. It had a better sound quality than the AirPods Pro. I'd say dynamically it was a fuller sound, a richer sound, but it only supported SBC and AAC, which was a little bit of a disappointment given that we were hoping for aptX, aptX HD, or if you've ever used a pair of Sony's full-fat headphones, LDAC. LDAC is Sony's own proprietary codec, and you really expected it to be on this, but maybe it was a battery consumption thing. I don't know what it was, but it didn't exist on this. Then we come to noise cancelling. And this is an area where you expect Sony to excel. Again, if you use their full-fat headphones, you'll know that their noise cancelling is second to none. Honestly, Bose's QC35 and Sony's headphones are among the best. No, they are the best in the market. They're different slightly, but they're both amazing. And I love the Sony headphones. I've owned a pair of them. The music quality, the richness of the mids and the basses, and that noise cancelling, that beautiful, beautiful noise cancelling, and the LDAC support made them truly amazing headphones. But the earphones didn't have any of that. It didn't have great noise cancelling. Noise cancelling existed. It wasn't terrible, but it was nowhere close to what you would expect from Sony, given what they've already established in the market. And what's weird was Apple, from whom you don't expect good audio quality and you don't expect good active noise cancellation, they had both. The AirPods Pro actually had pretty good audio and they had phenomenal noise cancelling. So it was as if the world was turned upside down. Add to this the fact that they were plagued by certain technical issues, like one bud would run down faster than the other, or sometimes one earbud would completely fail on the Sony set. I think ours failed as well, but to Sony's credit, they did give us a replacement, so there's that. Still, it's not what you'd expect from a brand like Sony. It was almost as if Apple completely outdid everyone's expectations and Sony's pair completely fell short in almost every way that counts. Now that's not to say they were bad devices. Again, good sound quality, decent noise cancelling, and they were cheaper than the AirPod Pro. So one would make the argument that you're getting quite a bit for a little less money. But you really did want that LDAC. You really wanted that level of noise cancelling that you've come to expect from Sony. But all of that may be about to change because now, apparently, Sony has been super busy. We've had leaks for a while now, but lately we've got some FCC filings and a new leaked advertisement of the Sony WF-1000 XM4s. I hope I got that name right. And it looks like they've been listening. Straight off the bat, we can see that the new earbuds are much smaller. They won't be quite flush with the ear. They will jut out a little bit, but they're significantly smaller than the old ones. The case itself is much smaller and therefore more pocketable as well. And apparently, somehow, despite it being smaller, Sony is going to give us more battery life. Apparently the earbuds will give us about 8 hours with the noise cancelling on and 12 hours without the noise cancelling on. Add to that the case and you've got somewhere between 18 and 24 hours of battery life apparently, which is fantastic. Sony is touting a new V1 chip which apparently will increase the level of active noise cancelling that they offer, which is a welcome addition. You know, we're going to be looking forward to that. Oh, it's getting a little noisy. They've started the fountains. Alright, we're gonna have to wait this one out here. Okay, it looks like the fountains are over, so we can keep talking now. Now, the ad also said that they'd be improving on call quality because they're using some kind of bone conduction technology to improve your voice's clarity, and hopefully they reject ambient sounds better this time around. One of the important things over here is that the charging case actually supports wireless charging as well, which is great because if you have the buds on, you go around your day for 6 hours straight, you have that charging wirelessly, it just keeps going, you know. They're also touting a new feature called Speak to Chat, which sounds a bit silly, but what it means is basically if you've got your music and your noise cancelling going, and if you see someone come towards you, if you start talking to them, it'll automatically lower the volume and reduce the noise cancelling. Basically go into a sort of a transparent mode and you can have your conversation, which sounds awesome, but it's also one of those features that have to be implemented just so. How do you know how long to wait before deciding the conversation's over and go back to full noise cancelling music mode? I don't know how it's going to be implemented, but that'll be interesting to see. If it's done well, it's going to be a pretty good thing to have. So let's talk about audio quality. Now, I expect the audio quality to be as good or better than the previous ones, but according to the FCC filings, apparently they're not going to have aptX or aptX HD support, which is a bit of a disappointment. The rumors say that they are expected to have LDAC, but I think that's more wishful thinking than anything else. I'm hoping it's true, but I think there's a little bit of enthusiast expectation there. So we'll just have to wait and see how that one turns out. Now, it's also going to have DSEE compression correction, adaptive sound control, and all that good stuff. Oh, and I did forget to mention one thing. It's going to have a certain amount of fast charging. I think 5 minutes of charge is going to give you 60 minutes of audio time, I think. So if you just pop it in for like 10 or 15 minutes of charge, boom, you've got 3 hours of audio playback, which I think is fantastic. At the end of the day, for us enthusiasts, we're really hoping for a lot from Sony. And now, while my channel is a little too small for me to get review units, I will reach out to them and ask them. But regardless of whether they give it to me or not, Sony, if you're listening, please do send me one. But regardless of whether they send me one or not, you can be damn sure that I will be buying a pair of these and I will be comparing them with the AirPods Pro at least, if not some of the other competition as well. So if you want to see that, do make sure to like the video so it goes out to most people and we can build the hype a little. Also, while you're down there, there happens to be a big red subscribe button. You know, just think about it. Just think about it. I'm pretty excited about this new development. We'll talk about it a little more when the official announcement comes out in about a week. So till next time, stay happy, stay peaceful, stay colorful. I'll see you in the next one.